Hello, everybody, and welcome to List Critics. I am your co-host, Tanya Botello, CEO of Kasara Studios. And, of course, we've got...
NecroVMX, who humped your mom.
Oh, yes. Oh, shut up.
What?
I don't know.
Yeah, you know. You were saying it. Oh, man. All right, Tanya, I'm going to start off with a list that I have up here that I found. It's from pleatedjeans.com. You remember when we first did something from that site?
Yeah, it was pretty good.
Somebody sent it. I'm like, what the hell kind of URL is that? Pleatedjeans.com? I'm now addicted to this site. This is a great site.
Pleated jeans.
But here we have 20 dangerous times that shots were fired. So these are basically oh snap pictures here.
Oh, snap.
Like, oh, he did not, that kind of shit.
Okay.
Shots fired. This first one is from Tumblr. Somebody says, we live in a world where the pizza arrives faster than the police. And then the second person says, well, the pizza driver faces consequences when their job isn't done right.
Oh, snap.
Oh, shots fired.
Shots fired.
That's like the grenade has been tossed. Discuss amongst yourselves.
And you know what the sad part about that is?
Absolutely true.
Yeah.
It's absolutely true. All right, this next one's a picture of a pizza box. It says, I asked Pizza Hut to write a joke on the box. So they wrote Domino's Pizza.
Wow.
Shots fired. Shots fired. You know, though, the sad thing is that I just got to be the judgmental one to say that Pizza Hut is only marginally better than Domino's.
Actually, I will say I actually prefer Domino's over Pizza Hut.
Though they both suck. What does it matter?
And that's what I'm saying. It's like saying, the shit I took earlier is better than the shit I took yesterday,
That's very true. That's very true. Okay. But I'm a bit of a pizza snob, as they say, so...
Give me a...
Picture of actual shirts being sold at Dunkin' Donuts. It's got a picture of a cup of coffee, and it says, friends don't let friends drink Starbucks.
Yeah, and spend $8 for a little thing of coffee.
Oh, it's nothing like that. That's such an exaggeration.
Not over here.
$8 for a coffee?
I saw, no lie, John. I was in Starbucks. What was it? Maybe a week ago, and I was getting my coffee, and I was like, well, I'm gonna order what I order. I ordered hazelnut.
Okay.
And I got not a venti, but what's the one below that? I think it was called.
The middle one?
Huh?
The middle one, you mean?
Yeah, the middle.
Grande.
So I ordered a grande, and it came out to $7.29.
What did you get in there? Gold-plated leaves?
I couldn't believe it. Could not.
We're talking about a medium coffee at Starbucks with flavor in it.
Yep.
I don't know. I get usually they're like $4. I like Starbucks, but Dunkin' Donuts is better. I mean, the coffee is better.
I gotta say, I prefer Dunkin' Donuts. I really do. What I really love about them is I love their Dunkaccino. And I know it sounds stupid to say that, but I love their Dunkachinos. I can't help it.
Here's a tweet from David Grohl. I don't know if it's the actual Dave Grohl, but it says, if you play a Nickelback song backwards, you'll hear messages from the devil. Even worse, if you play it forwards, you'll hear Nickelback. You know what? I almost gotta say, people should lay off the Nickelback jokes because it's like, could you come up with an easier target?
Nickelback.
I mean, honestly, they are such an easy target. It's almost like shooting fish in a barrel at this point.
You know, I was asked the other day why people, because apparently I was talking to a Nickelback fan, and I was actually asked why people don't like Nickelback anymore.
Well, because all the songs sound exactly the same. I mean...
Yeah. And
like, literally, they have two songs. They have the heavy one and the soft one.
Yeah.
And they just keep re-releasing it over and over again, and nobody notices.
And I'm like, and my answer to this person was, because listen to them once, and you'll listen to every song they've got.
Yeah, pretty much. All right, this is a screen capture from some cartoon that I don't recognize. This character with a triangle for a head is coming out of a crater, and they're holding a sponge and a starfish, and they say, "Look, a sponge and a starfish. There has got to be something we can make out of this." Oh no, that's ridiculous.
Oh God.
I guess they're making fun of SpongeBob. Which,
yeah.
again, seems like an easy shot, you know?
Yeah, that's kind of too easy.
All right. Somebody posted this picture of, you know how, like displaying ink, what kind of language you want a website to be in, and they got like the little flags and then the name of the language next to it.
Mm-hmm.
And usually the symbol for English is the British flag.
Yeah.
Well, there's two of them. There's a British flag and an American flag, and the British flag says English, and in parentheses it says traditional, and there's the American flag that says English, and in parentheses it says simplified. Which honestly I don't get, because in England they just infantilize everything, you know?
Well, you say that and I say that, but here's the thing. That's how English is, literally how English is supposed to be.
Oh, don't give me that crap.
You know, I mean,
there is no such thing as the way a language is supposed to be. Languages evolve over time.
Well, I should say supposed to be. That was the wrong choice of words. I would say, instead I would say something like, what they believe.
Well, yeah, what they...
English should be.
I mean, you know, I'm sorry. You know, like when what was that? We had that conversation. Oh no, that wasn't you. That was Joe. You know, like okay, he took this test on Facebook. My friend Joe. It was how Pennsylvania are you? And he got like 71%. He was saying I should take it because I'm from Pennsylvania. And I said, I guarantee you're more Pennsylvania than I am, because I'm still very New York.
Oh,
I took it and I got a pretty high score, but it was lower than his. And I was like, I don't know what Dippy X is, you know? That was one of the things. It sounds like something some British guy would say. Because it sounds like because it's babyish, you know? And he's like, Dippy X is sunny side up eggs. Dippy eggs? And I'm like, why can't you just say sunny side up eggs? Why do you call it Dippy X?
Dippy X.
I mean, and honestly, that's their slang over there. It's insane.
I've never even heard that before. It's the first time on me.
I guess that's Pittsburgh. I said, a lot of this is Pittsburgh stuff as I'm going through it. Pittsburgh isn't Pennsylvania. Western Pennsylvania, that's like Eastern Ohio.
See, that's kind of like that's kind of like when people say, everybody from Massachusetts is you go to one part of Massachusetts, it's all pretty much the same. Wrong.
Yeah, well, Pennsylvania is a very large state. So you have a lot of regionalities there.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Pittsburgh and then Philly are on the other side. Like Philly's in the southwest, and Pittsburgh is in the central. I'm sorry, west. No, Philadelphia is in the southeast portion of the state, and Pittsburgh's all the way in the central west portion of the state, up against Ohio. So you're practically in Ohio at that point. It's just I don't know. Anyway, this next picture is a picture of a FedEx truck, and airbrushed on the side and back, it looks like the FedEx truck. This is a gigantic truck, by the way. The FedEx truck, it looks like it's carrying 2 UPS trucks inside of it.
Okay.
I guess they're saying that they transport UPS trucks.
I guess.
Yeah.
That kind of sucked, actually.
Yeah, that one was stupid. Okay, this one's funny. There's a Burger King and a McDonald's, and they're right across from each other. Like, it shows the picture of the Burger King sign, and you can see the McDonald's in the background, right?
Okay.
And the Burger King sign says 50-cent ice cream cone. The McDonald's sign says 49-cent ice cream cones.
Oh, my God.
Shots fired.
Shots fired. You have a lower than my 1 cent. Oh my God! And it's so sad because it's so freaking true too, man.
Here's, I guess, 2 people maybe 2 or more people sniping on Tumblr. the way that their replies go, I can never tell who's saying what. The first person says, "Why are blonde jokes so short? So men can remember them." And the next one said, "This took an unexpected turn." And then another person says, "Not if you just ask for directions."
What? The fuck?
You know, that joke is so hacky. Oh, men don't ask for directions. You know why? Because we all have fucking GPS now.
Well, you know, that's the thing, is that joke has run its course by now, you know?
Yeah, that's very dated.
It's very
Here's
dated.
another Burger King sign. It says, "Why eat with the clown when you can dine with the king?"
Well, okay. That's the thing.
Why eat at Burger King? It's gross. That's what I say.
I don't eat BK. I
All
eat
right.
Wendy's.
I've had this rant enough. This looks like a screen cap from... this is from a Superman cartoon, and it's his mother talking to him. And she says, "It wouldn't be bad if people knew a little more about Superman. I don't want anyone thinking you're like that nut in Gotham City."
Well.
There you go.
Well. He's not a nut. He's a good guy.
So, this was an ad that Pepsi put out, right? And it shows a Pepsi can sitting on a rock, and it appears to be dressed as a Coca-Cola can. Like somebody put, like, the trappings of a Coca-Cola can around it. Looks like a cape or something. And it says, "We wish you a scary Halloween."
God.
Pepsi, now the rebuttal from Coca-Cola put the same exact picture, and it says, "Everybody wants to be a hero."
Oh, snap. That was good.
That's a good rebuttal.
That's a good rebuttal.
Yeah. Okay, okay. There's these two pens, for sale. They're right next to each other in the store. And the one on the left is Profile Elite, World's Smoothest Pen, right? The one on the right is Easy Glide System, Smoothest Pen in the Universe.
Okay.
How could you know that? There could be planets like a billion light years from here that have smoother pens.
In the universe, huh? In the
Yeah, I don't know. I think it's a little presumptuous.
I think so, too.
Yeah. It's a picture of a coffee cup, and on the side it says, "If this was another country, we'd have to tell you that this coffee may be hot. Good thing this is Canada."
Ouch.
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. All right. All right. So this is another Tumblr thing. Somebody posts like an American flag eagle thing. It says, "Hey, Canadians, have fun at school tomorrow." I guess there's a holiday or something. And then somebody posts a Canadian thing and says, hey, Americans, have fun paying for your health care. And then somebody posts both flags and says, "Stop, guys, we're friends, remember?" And then there's a British flag. It says, "Children, behave, else mother shall have to give the pair of you a bollocking." See, this is why I'm talking about British English. Bollocking. What the fuck? Bollocks is balls, like testicles. First of all, just say balls, not bollocks.
Bollocks.
And then somebody, this is the final bit of ownage, they post the American flag. "You couldn't beat 13 states, let alone 50.
Ouch.
And Canada got their independence because they asked politely. Scotland might get their independence the same way in about a week or so. Actually, it's tomorrow.
I was just going to mention that. That happens tomorrow, doesn't it?
That's the election happens tomorrow.
Yeah, the election happens tomorrow. You think they'll do it?
I gotta hope so. I gotta hope so. Did you see the groundskeeper Willie thing?
I did.
That was funny.
Yeah,
Oh, it's not a tattoo! That's a birthmark! Alright, I'm not really understanding this next one. It's a... Oh, I see. It says flavored water. This is at a Walmart. The sign says flavored water, and it's a display, and it's all light beers.
Hmm.
You know, Coors Light, Miller Lite, Corona Light.
Okay.
You're saying that drinking light beer it's like water.
I don't drink beer, so...
Well, light beer doesn't have very much of a flavor, Tanya. That's the joke.
Oh, okay.
It's like beer-flavored water. It's
Ew.
nasty.
Anywho. me as nasty. But...
Okay, here's another Burger King versus McDonald's thing, right?
Okay.
It shows a Burger King Whopper sitting atop a Big Mac box. It can't fit in the Big Mac box. And it says, silly Whopper, that's a Big Mac box. That's not really comparable, because isn't the Whopper like a quarter pounder? Isn't that like a really big hand? The Big Mac, I know they call it Big Mac, but it was only big when it came out. Now McDonald's has like hamburgers like 3 times the size of the Big Mac.
Yeah.
They should call it just the Mac.
The Mac. It's the Mac.
I do like that sauce they put on it, though. The burgers may not be very good, but that sauce is fucking awesome.
Didn't Dan Frost comment on that recently?
I didn't see that one.
Yeah, he liked the sauce, too.
Okay, so this is another Tumblr thing. Somebody says, how do boys look good without makeup? And somebody else wrote, because society hasn't told boys they look bad without it.
Well, okay, you know, I mean, I know plenty of guys out there who wear makeup, and they're guys.
You know guys that wear makeup?
Oh, yeah. God, yes.
What kind of men are they? You don't need makeup.
No,
I mean, are they models? Or
no,
TV
no.
stars? Or...
They're your run-of-the-mill guys, average guys. Some of them are gothic, but other ones are just run-of-the-mill guys that they'll put on eyeliner or a little bit of eyeshadow, and there you go.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't know about that.
Yeah, well, you know, it's a thing, I guess, with some guys, and I don't mind it, you know.
All right, Sexo says, why hasn't Disney World have a Kuzcotopia? I have no idea what that even means.
What?
Do you even grammar?
What the hell?
And then somebody else writes, because they would have to destroy the homes of the locals to make room for it. And then somebody else wrote, that hasn't stopped any corporations before. Oh, shit.
Oh, shit.
That's fire.
I still don't know what that thing is, though.
I don't want to know. Okay, so this is an ad for, I guess, a McDonald's. 40-piece chicken nuggets and a gallon of sweet tea. Oh, bloody hell. You all right there?
Excuse me.
Okay, the ad for the McDonald's says, try 40-piece chicken McNuggets and a gallon of sweet tea. And the person wrote, why are people even questioning obesity in America? And the next person says, I'm game. And the next person says, why is your tea liquidized?
Why is your tea liquidized?
Wow. And the next person writes, where exactly do you live that the tea isn't liquid? The next person says, England, where it's in a bag and you make it yourself. Like, what do you do with already liquid tea? Microwave it? This is getting dumb. So you know what I'm talking about? And this is somebody, you know, from England where they're supposed to be smarter. And then this next person says, no, it's sweet tea, you drink it cold. And they wrote, who drinks cold tea? He said, have you never had iced tea before? Well, so I'm reblogging this from a British person, and I've been laughing at their tags for 600 years. Hashtag cold tea, hashtag America, what are you doing? Hashtag outrage, hashtag that's not how tea is done. England, you stole tea from China. You've had it a mere 4 centuries compared to their 30 plus. Don't play like you're some kind of authority. Oh, World War Tea has officially begun.
World War Tea, man.
Yeah.
I've had iced tea. I've had hot tea. I like them both, you know.
I prefer iced tea.
No, I prefer hot tea. But
I like them both, but I prefer iced tea.
Like
Drink it faster. It's quaffable. Well, that's it. Out of 20, I'm going to say 18 on this one.
I'm going to say 17.
17, okay. All right, I'm just going to continue before we get to our user-submitted list, because you know what? What the fuck? We're doing 2 episodes a month. I got to do this next list that I'm seeing here. Because it's similar. It's 18 deliciously perfect burns and comebacks.
18? Say it again?
Okay, 18 deliciously perfect burns and comebacks.
Okay.
Do I have to switch to British? For you?
No, that was...
18 jolly good...
I was just like, why would you put delicious? And then my brain went, oh, that's why. I I've been just disclaimer. I've been working all day, so brain.
Okay, this is from the Twitter account of. Do you know who Zach Braff is? I guess he's some sort of actor.
Name sounds familiar to me.
All right. Well, he posted this picture, and this is really adorable. He's in this little girl's room, and it's like all pink and Care Bears and shit, and he's reading the girl a story in her bed.
Okay.
It says, "I must say, as an uncle, I tell a darn good bedtime story." And somebody else wrote, "That's nice. You let her sleep in your room. Cute."
You got cursing.
I heard it. Yeah.
Cute.
All right, so this is also from Twitter. This is from Bahumber at Rob Den Blaker. He's one of the writers on Cyanide and Happiness, the comic strip.
Oh, yeah.
Anyways, I just dropped a killer burn on my co-writer at the Chris Wilson. Post the picture of the text. He says, "FYI, comic 3014 is 22 pixels too wide." Versus reply, "Your mom is 22 pixels too wide."
That was great.
That is a very Cyanide and Happiness joke, too.
It really is.
Yeah. This one says, as some comedian, I guess. "Your mother's breasts sag with such severity that the late great surrealist artist Salvador Dali mistook them for clocks."
Ouch.
Ouch is right. I guess this is actually a line from the show Full House. Is a horoscope. What's that, Kimmy? A telescope that can only see your face? Oh, wow.
Full House. Gotta love it.
Okay. This one I'm going to let you read. I want you to see the picture, because it doesn't make sense without the picture. So I'm going to send this to you, and you're gonna do this one. Where are you on? Why did I not see you? There you are. Okay. There you go.
I'm everywhere and nowhere. Alright, let's see. Hold on, I'm having connection issue. Hold on.
Oh, come on now. It's just a picture.
Yeah, you're going in and out for a second. Okay, now I'm back. Alright, there we go.
Alright.
Minnesota Republican. My heart breaks over same-sex marriage. And honey, that hair is heartbreaking. Yes.
Look at her hair, though. I mean, I wanted you to describe it. That's why I sent it to you.
Her hair, okay. Her hair is...
It looks like a golden retriever died on her head.
Either that, or I was going to say, like, Goldie Hawn had a really bad day that day.
Goldie Hawn got caught in a wind tunnel and then went into a...
It looks horrific.
All right, this next one on Facebook, this guy Nick writes, "My dick is so big it goes from A to Z." His friend Aiden replies, "Look at your keyboard."
Look at your...
Very close together.
Wow.
Okay, here's a text somebody with his mom. They write, "Mom, stop. You are not funny. You never make jokes." The reply, "I made you."
Ouch. Ouch.
I'll teach him to be a little dick.
Yeah. Oof. Oh, Mom.
There's another text message. This person writes, "You must be wearing space pants because your ass is out of this world, winky face." And then the reply, "Actually, they're softball pants because my ass is so out of your league, winky face."
Nice. That's like something I would say.
Yeah. All right. So this is another one of those anti-gay idiots.
Oh, God.
This one writes, "Homosexuality is a disease. I pray to God that you'll get cured one day because for heaven's sake you are one beautiful human being, too beautiful to suffer this." And then here's the reply. "I'm no expert in English, but notice how the word homosexuality ends with ality, just like reality and actuality, also personality. I don't know what the suffix ality means, but I'm guessing it has something with a way of life or a way of living. Whatever, you get the idea. Now notice how homophobia ends with phobia, which is an anxiety disorder characterized by an extreme irrational fear of simple things or social situations. I'm totally fine. You need help. I rest my case."
Okay, I might need to quote that later on. That was great.
All right.
That was great. Awesome. I like that one. That gets 2 extra points for me.
Right. So here's another Cyanide and Happiness. This is an actual comic strip. The guy's talking to his doctor. The doctor says, "You have herpes." He says, "What? How?" Says, I'm no doctor, but you probably had sex with someone else who had it. He says, no, this can't be true. The doctor says, you with a girl? Yeah, I was surprised too. You're also suffering from an epic burn.
Oof. Oof.
All right. I don't know what it says. My little sister is getting made fun of at school because she's adopted. This is what she responded with. Well, my parents chose me. Your parents are stuck with you. Snap!
Snap, man.
Yeah.
Oof.
This was written on a blackboard. Somebody took a picture. It says, you're a 10 on the pH scale, maybe, because you basic.
Ooh. Ouch. Ouch. I'm feeling hurts over here. Ouch.
Okay, now this is a text that I can only assume is from two, like, grade school boys, you know? One writes, hey, I just had my first kiss. The other says, really? Your mom doesn't count. And the first one says, yeah, but yours does.
Stifler's mom.
Stifler's. I was just thinking that, Carissa. Stifler's mom.
Yeah. Oh, okay, now this one I have to have you do this one, too. And this time, describe the pictures that you see, especially this person's profile pic, because that's key here. This is from Facebook. Here you go. Got it?
Yeah. Aren't you fooled a little too old for Pokemon? Aren't
Oh,
you...
now, wait, hold on. You're doing it again, Tanya. I said you got to describe the person's profile pic.
Well,
That's
okay.
key.
So, I'm looking at
This is Latoria on Facebook.
Victoria with, okay, it's her and this kid,
Little boy, yeah.
little boy, and she goes, aren't you fools a little too old for Pokemon? And this person who is blocked out of here goes, aren't you a little too young to be a mother? Burn! And you see this little, I want to say it's like a little squirrel type thing.
Well, that's not super important. It was the profile picture that's important.
Yeah. And actually, looking at her profile pic,
She does look a little too young to be a
she
mom.
looks a bit young. She looks to be about maybe 17, maybe.
And that kid is at least 3.
And that kid's at least 3. Yeah.
All right. This next one is a Facebook post. This girl writes, it makes my heart smile when two ugly people find each other and fall in love. Somebody else replies, so who's the lucky guy?
Ooh.
Ouch.
Ouch.
Ouch. So, this person on Facebook writes, I miss my washer and dryer at home. And then his mother replies, I have a name.
Well.
Yeah. Oh, man.
That is so many levels, actually. God. That's
So, okay, this is a guy on Facebook. He wrote, fat, creepy dude kept staring at me at the gym the entire time I was there. That was pretty uncomfortable. Somebody replies, I think it's about time someone explains to you the concept of a mirror.
concept of a mirror.
Oh,
Wow.
my. And finally, we have this little comic strip. It's a description between a comic strip between Spider-Man and Batman. Spider-Man's sitting there, his phone rings, and Batman with the troll face says, hey, is Uncle Ben home? And Spider-Man says, nope, he's at the theater with your parents.
Jeez.
Oh, boy, oh, boy.
Jeez. Man.
All right, out of 18, those were great. I'm going to give it a 18.
I'm gonna actually give it a 19 for that.
You can't give it a 19.
Oh, come on. Give me just one extra point
You
here.
can't do that. You're giving it an 18.
All right. I'll give it an 18. No, but no, that was great. I enjoyed that.
Okay. All right, let's get to our user-submitted list, because I can do that. And let's see. Alex Shannon sent me like 100,000 lists. Here's one from Crack.com. 5 plot lines erotic novels desperately need to adopt.
Okay.
Could that be any funnier? I mean, just the title is hilarious.
Wow. Wow. Okay. That caught my attention.
So these are, they want to see erotic, like romance novels written about these plot lines. And the first one is allergy plot twists.
Allergy.
What?
What?
All right, let me actually read this because I don't understand what the hell they're talking about. Or you know what? They have a sample.
Okay.
Let me just read the sample. Caroline and the were-leopard William lay on the forest floor, basking in the afterglow of their passionate, scratchy lovemaking. The relationship had experienced rough patches, like when William had badly scratched up Caroline's Chevy Impala after mistaking it for an actual Impala.
Wow.
But now things were finally starting to work out. As her mind drifted to thoughts of wedding dresses, Caroline sneezed. "What's wrong, my love?" growled William. But Caroline could not answer. She was sneezing violently. Snot rained out of her nose.
What?
Wow, this is hot. She had never experienced this much snot. With each sneeze, it shot out of her nostrils like the long tentacles of an elder god.
This is like the poop that took a pee.
"Oh, God!" she yelled through the sneezes. "Just kill me. For the love of God, somebody please kill me." Confused, William began to groom himself. So I guess the joke is that she hooks up with a were-leopard and she's allergic to cats.
Ah, okay.
All right. Number 4. Expanded were-creatures. Apparently, there's a lot of these erotic novels. They're fucking werewolves and shit. They're saying, let's expand to other kind of were-creatures. Did we have a sample here? Oh, we do.
Okay.
Crystal sat in the rowing boat, pondering the dark secrets of her new lover. Why was Caleb so shady about his past? So insistent on getting her near large bodies of fresh water? Why was it that whenever they tried to organize a date night, Caleb would mysteriously be attacked by a bear? Suddenly a piercing cry echoed from the sky above. Caleb screamed in mortal terror. "Oh no," he cried as the shadow rushed toward them. "It's a bald eagle." Note, bald eagles are a protected species, so they make for great functionally immoral antagonists and he's a were-salmon.
Where's... What the fuck? What the fuck?
That's funny.
That's great. That is great.
I wish I'd put that in there a little better. Okay, number 3, boomer romance. Oh, God, no.
Oh, God.
Well, let's read the sample. "I'm so glad I kicked Jake out," Moira said to Pedro, the handsome, well-endowed gardener she had hired with the money she was no longer spending on her worthless millennial social media-using son. "If I could work my way through college in the 70s with income from my summer job, so can he."
Wow.
Haven't tuition costs gone up a little since then, asked Pedro, and minimum wage rates haven't? Moira grew angry and fired Pedro. Just then the doorbell rang. On the doorstep stood the Beatles. "The Beatles! Aren't half of you dead?" Moira asked. "We are not the Beatles," said the one who looked like Paul McCartney. "For legal reasons, we are vampires who look exactly like the Beatles, whose mystical powers allow us to live eternally in 1967. Moira and the vampire Beatles sat on the renovated patio and smoked pot and congratulated themselves for ending capitalism and the Vietnam War. I could see how a baby boomer could get off to this. The vampire Beatles listened to Moira as she told them about her worthless son who is now in Afghanistan or one of those other worthless millennial places. "What a loser," said vampire John Lennon. They all threw back their heads and laughed and then had sex.
Wow.
That is 50 Shades of something.
Yeah. Yeah. Wow.
That's hilarious. I like that one.
This is great.
Number 2, realistic military romance.
Oh, boy.
Oh, this is going to go bad places. Let's see. Here's the sample. Emma's thighs trembled as Cody, her new Navy SEAL husband, pulled off his shirt, his well-defined muscles glinting in the candlelight as he stepped forward to consummate the romantic encounter they'd been planning for months. Suddenly, Cody's cell phone rang. "Whoops," Cody said. "I have to go somewhere. Can't tell you where. Sorry." "When will you be back?" "I don't know. August, maybe. See you." Emma went looking for a vibrator on Amazon, but realized that with Cody's E3 salary, she could afford only an inferior product that had electrocuted the wives of several Amazon reviewers. She spent the rest of the night crying alone into her husband's pillow.
Aw.
It's true, though. There's this thing been going around about how McDonald's employees want to make $15 an hour, and it's been pointed out that sergeants in the Army don't even make that much.
Yeah, I know. I was only an E3 in the Navy.
Yeah. They don't make a lot of money.
Yeah, they don't.
They make, really good money. All right. And finally, number 1, sex with abstract concepts. Well, let's see. Here's the sample. Sandra's insides tingles as she felt herself swept into the embrace of poverty. His skinny arms and ragged clothing did not detract from his harsh masculine beauty. Yes, since she started seeing him, she had lost her job, her apartment's roof had caved in, and she was pretty sure her downstairs neighbors were cooking meth. But the love could overcome all that, couldn't it? She kissed him passionately. Poverty, she whispered, I want you inside me. Soon after, Sandra felt a part of him inside her. One of his teeth had fallen out.
Oh!
Discreetly trying to spit it out of her mouth, she felt his stubble graze her skin as his low voice rumbled sexily in her ear. Do you have $20 you could lend me?
Oh my god. The fuck, man?
Oh, well, that'll sell 1 million copies for sure. It'll be a bestseller.
$20.
As they put here in the article, there are literally thousands of abstract nouns in the English language, and we could be boning all of them.
Damn.
Yeah. All right, out of 5, I'm going to give this a 4.
I'm going to give that a 4 as well.
Yeah. I didn't care for the were salmon. That was stupid.
I still can't get over that one.
I like the idea. I just didn't think it was written that well.
Yeah, were salmon. Okay.
I mean, they should have said in the beginning that he was a were salmon.
Yeah, then it would have made, it would have been better. Yeah. That was interesting. That was definitely interesting. Yeah.
Okay, here's another one for Crack.com. This is 5 advanced weapons clearly invented by 6-year-olds.
Okay.
All right. So number 5 is called sticky foam. So apparently it's like you shoot it out of like a gun or a hose or something, and it's like Spider-Man's webs,
Yeah.
So, I mean, that is something a kid would come up with.
Yeah, you're right.
There's a picture of what it looks like. It's pretty ridiculous.
Yeah, I've seen those before. Yeah.
Number 2 is called number 4. What the hell? Number 2. Number 4 is called mobility denial system.
Mobility denial system.
Okay, so basically, it's weaponized slipperiness.
Really?
Yeah.
They weaponized slippery surfaces?
Yes. It's
Really?
kind of like in Mortal Kombat when Sub-Zero aims his ice at the floor and you slip on it.
This is a thing.
They're making the terrorists trip, Tanya.
Because that's most important, I guess.
I guess if you want to capture a high-priority target, but usually, if you're in the military, you're just shooting them in the face. I mean,
Well, that's what I would assume.
All right, I like this next one. It's called an LED incapacitator. Can you guess what it is from that?
It incapacitates LED screens.
It is a weaponized flashlight.
So weaponized flash.
This is pretty cool. This is like Batman's flashlight, basically.
Huh.
It sends a pulse of light that actually can, fuck your brain and cause you to start puking and,
Oh, I've heard about that, actually. Yeah.
There you go. So there you go. All right. Next up, we got number 2. The military apparently has been using paintball weapons.
Why?
I would assume for
Training?
Training. That's my assumption, yeah. So there you go.
Well, I mean, I did...
Oh, I see. No, okay, no. This is, it's a non-lethal way of taking somebody down. They're using a paintball gun, but they're not firing paintballs. They're firing little pellets of, like pepper spray.
Oh.
So they're pepper balls.
Well, that's a good non-lethal way of taking somebody out.
I think that's more for police who are doing their military cosplay bullshit.
Yeah.
And finally, number one. Oh, wow. It's called Skunk. It's a weaponized stink bomb.
Oof.
Yeah.
That's
as close as you could get to biological warfare without actually doing it.
Yeah. Ew.
It's a completely organic, yeast-based mixture that's actually safe for consumption if you're really thirsty or truly stupid.
Really thirsty or truly
They wrote, it's technically not a chemical weapon, but come on.
So literally it's like somebody just...
Well, apparently they introduced this into the enemy's water supply. It's not a poison, but it makes the water really disgusting.
Ah.
That's actually kind of clever.
That is pretty clever, actually. Yeah.
I like that. Okay, so all of these, you see, the point of this is that all these do sound like something that a kid would come up with.
Yeah.
You got the Spider-Man gun. You got paintballs with pepper. The gross water. The flashlight. I mean, this is They do all sound like they were invented by a 6-year-old. So I'm going to give it 5 out of 5.
I'm going to say the same thing.
Okay. He sent me so many lists there, that Alex, there. I'm just picking and choosing which ones I just feel like doing today, you know?
Okay.
Okay, how about... This is an interesting one. I'm going to go over the list first. 10 surprising facts about Bruce Lee.
Okay.
Let's see. Okay, so, number 10. Do you know why Bruce Lee was sent to the United States?
Why was he sent?
Apparently, he had gotten trouble in his home in Hong Kong, fighting in the streets.
Oh.
And his family sent them over here so he would quit beating people up.
Well.
Yeah.
Okay.
They had to bribe the police to have him taken off a list of known troublemakers so that he could travel to America.
So he was a scrapper.
Yeah, listen to this. Lee was fearless at this age. He was 13 years old. Once attacking and beating up the son of a known triad member. So apparently, he was getting into some trouble.
Ooh, jeez.
That's crazy. Number 9, Bruce Lee was the 1958 Hong Kong Cha-Cha champion.
Cha-Cha? Really?
I've seen pictures of him doing this. It's very funny to see.
Crazy.
He was 18 years old. He was so good at dancing that he won a competition to become the Cha-Cha champion of Hong Kong. This is funny. He came to America with only $100 in his pockets and made extra cash by teaching some of the wealthy American passengers how to dance. That's funny.
That's pretty funny.
Okay, number 8 is something, the Wong Jack Man fight. I guess I gotta read this to find out what the hell he's talking about. Let's see. 1964, Bruce began teaching martial arts in California. Up until this point, Kung Fu had been a closely guarded secret taught only to Chinese. Bruce, however, thought that this was pointless. Bruce believed that all knowledge should be shared, and that if people were going to hurt each other, they didn't need Kung Fu to do so. For these reasons, Bruce took on Caucasian and black students. There was a backlash in the Chinese community, and several men arrived at Bruce's dojo during training and presented him with an ornate scroll. The scroll explained that the man holding it, Wong Jack Man, was there on behalf of the Chinese community to challenge Bruce to a fight. If Bruce lost, he was no longer allowed to teach non-Chinese how to fight. The whole event was a bluff intended to scare Bruce off, but Bruce Lee was not someone who could be easily intimidated, so Bruce, by this point pretty angry, agreed to fight Wong Jack Man. There's no video of the event, but there were several reliable witnesses who claimed that it lasted no longer than a few minutes. I'm sure you can guess who won. Apparently, the other guy tried to run away, and Bruce Lee chased him down and pounded him until he gave up. Okay, give me one moment here. The heater's come on, and I gotta turn it off because it's, it's noisy.
Okay.
I'll be cold, but I'll deal with it. Alright, it'll take a minute to turn off, and it will turn off. Jesse calls it my nuclear heater.
Nuclear heater?
It's not nuclear, it's propane.
Alright. In your house?
I know, right? Number 7. He walked away from a deadly spinal injury.
Jeez.
Yeah. So apparently, he did his morning daily exercise, which consisted of Bruce placing a barbell that weighed over 100 pounds on his shoulders and bending over until he was parallel with the ground.
Well, okay.
I could tell you that's a bad idea.
That's
Something
pretty bad.
went wrong, and he wound up in the hospital with crippling back pain. Gee, I wonder why.
Can't imagine.
He was told he damaged the fourth sacral nerve in his spine, and the doctor told him he'll never practice kung fu again, at least not at the same level. The most he could hope for, they said, was to lead a normal life. Of course, that didn't happen.
No.
So there you go.
Because he's Bruce Lee.
Okay, number 6 is that Bruce Lee actually had several celebrity students.
Oh, really?
And the ones they mention here, Steve McQueen, Joe Louis, Chuck Norris, James Coburn, and Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
Well, I didn't know about that. I knew about Chuck Norris, but...
Well, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar was in he was in Game of Death.
Oh.
Remember, he was that really super tall guy that Bruce Lee fought?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Number 5, he once accidentally beat up Jackie Chan.
How do you accidentally beat up somebody?
If you're Bruce Lee, it probably happens every day.
Oops, I'm sorry, I just kicked your ass.
So, okay, Jackie Chan was an extra in a couple of his movies, and one of these was a movie called Fist of Fury, where he fell from a building so high that he broke the record for the highest fall in Chinese cinema. In the same movie, he was kicked through a wall. The point is Jackie Chan can't be killed or hurt by conventional means. Well, he played a henchman in Enter the Dragon. He attacked Bruce from behind and was accidentally smashed in the face with a bow staff. Wow.
Ouch.
Of course, Jackie Chan is not normal either, so he was fine. He laughed, apparently.
Well, because he's Jackie Chan, so...
Yeah, he's not normal either. Number 4, Hollywood blatantly stole his idea. During the 70s, Bruce Lee was struggling to find roles, so he tried pitching his own idea to TV studios. His proposed show was about a Chinese martial artist wandering the Old West and using kung fu to right wrongs. Does that sound familiar, Tanya?
Just a little bit.
Yeah. Of course, they rejected it. They told him that it wouldn't work if the main star was too Chinese. And a few years later, they had the show with David Carradine called Kung Fu.
Of course.
Yeah. Of course, he never got any credit or any money for that.
Of course.
Okay, number 3, Bruce Lee actually had to slow himself down because he was too fast to be seen on camera.
I can believe it.
Like his punches and his kicks wouldn't be picked up by the cameras of the time. They were too quick.
That's kind of amazing.
Yeah. That's why it was always in slow motion. That makes sense. You remember whenever he kicked somebody really hard, it was in slow motion?
Yeah, now that I think about it, yeah.
Number 2, he was tougher than Chuck Norris. According to the internet, Chuck Norris is an unstoppable and terrifying killing machine, so who would win in a fight between them? Well, Chuck Norris was a friend of Bruce Lee and talks about him in many interviews where that same question often arises. Usually Norris is somewhat evasive, turning philosophical and refusing to outwardly answer the question. In the past, he's responded with such gems as, would I have beaten Bruce Lee in a real competition or not? You'll forgive me for answering with another Bruceism. Showing off is the fool's idea of glory. However, one time and only once while providing DVD commentary for Enter the Dragon, he actually definitely answered the question, and it's affirmative. Even Chuck Norris has admitted that Bruce Lee could take him in a fight.
I think if you put Bruce Lee in front of a meteor, he could probably take a meteor.
I know, right?
You know?
And of course, number 1 is about Bruceploitation. After he died, they had a bunch of guys who they gave names that sounded suspiciously like Bruce Lee, who acted and did impressions of him, Lee Bruce, Bruce Lee L.I., you know. It created a whole genre in Hong Kong cinema.
A whole genre.
Yeah, they called it Bruceploitation.
Bruceploitation.
Yeah. Like they did a movie called End the Game of Death, starring a guy whose name was Bruce Lee, but it was not that Bruce Lee.
That's kind of funny.
Yeah. So there you go. Out of 10, I'm going to give this a 7. Most of these were kind of common knowledge, actually. They weren't that... A couple of them were surprising.
I'm going to say actually go a little higher and say 8, because I found it interesting.
Ones about his childhood were surprising.
Yeah.
Ones about his adulthood, not so much. All right, let's see what we got here. How about, here's one from Listverse, 10 beloved children's books banned for stupid reasons.
Oh, no, see, this one I already like.
I like it too already. Let's see what this one's all about. Okay, I need a new tab here. Here we go. Beloved children's books banned for stupid... Okay, so I'm going to name the book, and you try and tell me why you think it would have been banned, okay?
Okay.
Number 10 is The Rabbit's Wedding.
Because a lot of
It's about bunnies getting married.
kids, I guess.
A lot of kids what?
Well, I mean, you know, fuck like rabbits.
No, nothing like that. It's just about the wedding, not the sex part, Tanya.
The wedding? Oh, rabbits.
Okay, this is stupid, remember?
I can't think that's stupid. What is it?
It's one of the rabbits had white fur, and one of the rabbits had black fur, and this was written in the 50s, and they said that they were brainwashing children into accepting interracial marriage.
It was rabbits.
Yeah. Yeah.
Huh.
The black bunny, the white bunny, they get married.
Because
the author has even said the guy who wrote this is interesting, was actually the guy who did the illustrations for Charlotte's Web.
Oh.
Yeah. He said that the book has no political significance.
Well, no, it's about bunnies getting married.
Yeah, but they said because one's white and the other's black and they got married, they say, oh, they're trying to brainwash kids into accepting interracial marriage.
You know what it's...
Which they should!
Yeah, of course, but...
Okay, I don't know if you've heard of this next one, but the next one's called, number 9, In the Night Kitchen.
Okay.
It's by the same guy who wrote Where the Wild Things Are.
I've never read this one, but...
It follows the surreal dreams of a 3-year-old boy named Mickey. It has no political overtones or hidden messages, but it does have a moment of brief nudity. And that's what caused it to be banned.
Nudity on the kid's behalf?
Yeah, the little boy is shown naked at one point. I don't... You know what? I think that they could have drawn it in a way where you don't actually see his dong, but he chose to draw the dong, so I don't know.
Oh, well...
But apparently many schools and libraries refused to stock the book, and people who would take it out of the library kept drawing diapers on the kid.
See, now, I've seen kids' books where they've had nudity depicted, but the thing is, they don't depict the anatomy. It's just like...
Yeah, this shows a cock and balls. I think that, yeah, he had to know, like, when you're drawing that, or whoever did the illustrations. I think it was the same guy who did Where the Wild Things Are, so it might actually be the author. You could have just put his leg up, hiding it, you know what I mean? Or just show a nude kid without showing balls.
Yeah, well, I mean, or just you can have, like I said, you can have nudity, like I've seen in other things, but you don't have cock and balls.
Yeah.
You just have...
That doesn't mean the book should be banned just because it shows a drawing of a penis, because let's face it, we are kind of doing a dangerous thing by telling kids that there's something dirty about the human body.
Oh, of course, but like...
But people went a little crazy about this. They were saying, at one point the kid dreams about swimming in a milk bottle, because, kids have weird dreams, and they said that the milk bottle was phallic, and they tried to say that the book is really a story about masturbation.
Okay, that's just ridiculous.
Yeah, that's pretty silly. Okay, the next one is a book I'm sure you've heard of. Number 8 is Harriet the Spy.
Absolutely.
It was even made into a movie.
Yes, it was.
Can you guess why this was banned at one point?
I'm trying to remember back.
Or attempted to be banned. There's actually a bunch of reasons in here, and they're all dumb.
What, because she was peeping? I don't know.
All right, this was written in the 60s, and they said the story taught kids bad morals, such as lying, gossiping, and cursing, as if kids don't already do that. And also because the author was a lesbian and Harriet was a tomboy, they tried to say that it was promoting a gay lifestyle.
You know, having read those books, I never got that from them.
And you're a lesbian, so you would have picked up on that.
So I can say I never got that from those books, you know? It was about a kid.
Okay, here's a pretty famous book, more recent one. It's called And Tango Makes Three. Are you familiar with this one?
No.
Okay, well, it's about two penguins that have a little baby penguin, and there. Well, okay, actually, no, that all right. I'm okay. What happens is they're two male penguins, and apparently they're gay, 'cause that's why. They were seen bowing to each other, which is an act traditionally seen among male to female penguin couples. They built a nest and tried to hatch a rock, so a zookeeper gave them an egg to raise, and they had the baby. So basically, it is about a same-sex couple adopting a baby, and apparently in the early year of 1999, people couldn't accept that yet.
Really? 1999?
You would have well, actually, you know, the 90s were pretty anti-gay. I mean, you'd like to think that, you know, we've been enlightened for a while, but when you think back to the 90s, no, not really.
Well, actually, you're right about that. Especially if you're transgender during like the early 90s or whatever. Oh my god!
I didn't even know that was a thing in the 90s. You know what I mean? I mean,
yeah.
Back in the 90s, I knew about RuPaul. That's about it.
Yeah.
Because she had that. I don't know. Is RuPaul really a guy, or is he transgendered, or is it a man dressing up like a woman? I didn't even know, but you know, like, nobody knew back then.
Yeah, it was pretty anti-gay. I mean,
when you do think about it, it really was.
It really was, you know? It really was.
Here's a very, very famous book at number 6. It's Are You There, God? It's Me, Margaret.
Yeah. Yeah, I know that one.
Do you know why that would have been banned?
Religious reasons? I guess. It can't be that stupid.
All right, well... It angered a lot of parents because it was a very candid book. I mean, they talked about menstruation, which wasn't a thing that you talked about in children's books in the sense. Well, adolescent, young adult. Apparently, the author, who was that? That was Judy Blume? Yeah. Somebody called her up, a woman called me on the phone and asked if I had written Are You There, God? It's Me, Margaret. When I said yes, she called me a communist and hung up. I can't imagine. That's so silly. I mean, it's a book about, for anybody who doesn't know, I haven't read it, but it explains it here. I guess the girl has a Christian mother and a Jewish father, and she's trying to figure out what she is. And it's really about being confused. You got to figure out, it's about a young girl finding herself, coming of age thing. So I guess that pissed people off because the 70s, nobody had anything better to be pissed off with. You know, today we have real problems.
Yeah.
Back then they didn't have they had a gas shortage. That was their problem in the 70s. That was the biggest thing.
Yeah.
All right. Here's a book I've actually read as a kid. Number 5, The Witches by Roald Dahl.
Oh, The Witches, yeah.
And they made a pretty weird movie out of that.
Yeah, that movie still scares me.
Really? I thought it was funny.
Oh, it's funny, but there's a couple parts of that movie scares the fuck out of me.
You know what's interesting is that they didn't, they didn't Americanize it. They still kept it like a really kind of Norwegian story.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Can you guess why this book would have been challenged?
Looking back to both.
This happened in Britain. The British libraries were banning it.
Honestly, I can't.
It's actually something that you didn't think about when you were reading this as a kid, but when you think about it, there is probably a spark of truth to it. They said it was misogynist. They said that all witches were women.
Oh.
Because there were no male witches, and you would not have to fear anything from a man. You would only have to fear that a woman might be a witch.
That has a modicum of truth to it, actually.
And Road Doll himself says, I do not wish to speak badly about women. Most women are lovely, but the fact remains that all witches are women. So he didn't help his cause there. He should have just said, oh, come on, it's just a silly book.
He didn't really help much. 'Cause let me tell you, not all witches are not, all women are not witches, and vice versa. So I mean,
well, in his world, in his world, witches were bald, evil creatures with blue spit and claws.
Yeah.
So it was a completely. All right, number 4 is Where's Waldo?
Oh, God.
You can probably guess why Where's Waldo was challenged.
Because I don't know. He went places and he mixed in with people.
No, it's nothing quite so esoteric as that. It was just that he liked the author, or I should say the the artist, because there was no words in these books. He liked to sneak in nudity in Where's Waldo a lot.
Honestly, I never knew that.
Well, you have to really look.
I went through my Waldo phase very quickly, so...
In the original Where's Waldo book, there is a woman sunbathing, and a young boy is putting ice cream on her back, and she's going up, like, and you see her tits.
Really?
Yeah.
Really? Honestly, that...
All right, number 3. I've never heard of this book. It's called Daddy's Roommate by Michael Wilhoit.
Oh, boy.
Sure, you can guess.
I'm going to take one wild guess and say, ooh, is this about being gay?
It is about a boy who has a father who is gay and has a companion that is referred to as Daddy's Roommate.
God forbid someone's gay.
There you go.
Jeez.
This was even brought up in the U.S. Senate, which voted to withhold funding from any school which taught homosexual acceptance through books like Daddy's Roommate.
When was this thing published?
Actually, it doesn't say. Let me see.
No, I'm curious.
Let me Google this. I'm gonna get some porn site. Oh, 1991. So, like, in the 90s again.
Jeez.
Yeah. Some people tried to get it out of there by taking it out of the library and then refusing to return it. The publisher offered to give free books to any library that asked. So there you go. All right. Number 2 is Brown Bear, What Do You See? Pretty famous book by Bill Martin Jr. and Eric Carle. Can you guess why that would have been challenged?
Racial stuff?
I
don't know.
Okay. Apparently, there was nothing wrong with the book itself. It's that the author was... Oh, God. Okay. There was another book. This came out in, like, what, the 50s or something? Okay, no, all right. Okay, here's the thing. There was another book called Ethical Marxism, The Categorical Imperative of Liberation, which was a book promoting communism. And it was written by somebody with the same name. Turned out to be a completely different person.
Oh.
But they were afraid that... They thought that the book was written by this communist.
Okay.
And that there might be something in there. Turns out that the guy, the communist book was published in 2008. The guy who wrote Brown Bear died in 2004, so it couldn't have possibly been the same person.
These communists, they're zombies. They're
So
living
this is an example of people who don't fact check.
Well, I have seen people with the same name, even spelled the same way, too.
Yeah, well, when you're a name like Bill Martin is probably not all that unusual.
Yeah.
All right. And finally, number 1, we have Sylvester and the Magic Pebble by William Steig. Have you ever heard of this one?
I have heard of it, yeah.
Yeah. This was written in the 70s. Can you imagine why? It's a book about a donkey named Sylvester and the misadventures that comes after he finds a pebble that grants wishes.
Honestly, I'm drawing a blank here.
Well, apparently they were all anthropomorphic animals, but apparently the police in the town were all depicted as pigs. So people were a little upset by that.
I find it hilarious.
Well, there you go.
Wow.
That's 10 beloved children's books banned for stupid reasons. I'm going to give this a 10. I found it to be very interesting.
I found it to be enlightening.
There were only a couple of these that I had known about. Like, I knew about the rabbit's wedding, and I knew about the witches and the Where's Waldo thing, but a lot of these that were new to me that I didn't know that they were challenged at all.
Interesting.
So there you go. So 10 out of 10 for me.
10 out of 10 for me as well.
Okay, let's see what else we got here. Hey, let's return to, we did that crack list earlier about weapons, advanced weapons of today that seemed like they were designed by a 6-year-old. Well, I also have a list here from Listverse, written by Alex Hampton. These are 10 hilariously childish weapons that we used in World War II against the Nazis.
Okay.
So that's interesting. So, number 10, irremovable graffiti.
Irremovable graffiti.
So, apparently, they were trying to undermine German propaganda, so what they would do is they would airdrop stencils and paint behind enemy lines, and their intelligence officers would put up this graffiti that would insult the Germans or whatever. Unfortunately, the Germans would just remove the graffiti when they found it. This was the British doing this, actually. So they developed a form of obscene daubing that would be impossible to remove, and they used an ammonium-based paint that would etch into glass and be impossible to remove.
That's... Really?
So they would disguise it as toothpaste, they'd smuggle it into Europe, and apparently this ended badly because some of these tubes were accidentally sent to troops in North Africa, where they actually thought it was real toothpaste, which had a devastating effect on both teeth and morale.
I bet.
Ouch.
Ouch.
But apparently they would write insults on the cars of German officers. It's funny how childish World War II was when you think about it. Number 9, how about itching powder? We actually used itching powder. Well, the British used itching powder, I should say.
Really? Itching powder?
When I say we, I mean the Allies. Yeah. They mass-produced itching powder, which is a powerful irritant. When exposed to skin, they smuggled it into occupied Europe disguised as talcum powder, and they would put it on their uniforms of the German officers. Apparently, they infected a U-boat so badly that it actually had to return to port because everybody was itchy.
That's kind of crazy.
That is nuts. Number 8, stink bombs. We did use stink bombs. Let's see. The British spent large sums developing a stink bomb called the S capsule, which could be broken into the pocket of a German coat to create a horrible stench. Lovely. And,
wow.
Then the Americans got in on this by launching the hilariously named Who Me program, which was designed to humiliate the enemy. And they used a stink bomb that was so strong it tended to cling to everyone in the area, including the poor guy trying to surreptitiously spray it. As such, the resistance members it was smuggled to generally actually refused to use it. Okay, number 7. This is possibly the most childish one yet. Fake party invitations.
Fake part? What? Really? Really?
Listen, in 1944, SOE agents in Sweden were looking for ways to undermine Nazi support in the... So this is Sweden doing this. To undermine Nazi support in the country when they suddenly saw their chance, the German embassy in Stockholm had arranged for the famous German actor and comedian George Alexander to give a gala one-night-only performance of his new comic play with tickets available only to exclusive few. As it turned out, the play would be a hilarious farce, just not in the way the embassy had been hoping. The SOE produced over 3,000 fake invitations to the play, and the swanky reception to be held afterward. The forgeries, which instructed the recipient to wear their very best evening dress, were then sent to known Nazi sympathizers across the country. On the night of the gala, everything went as the SOE had planned. Thousands of Nazi-loving Swedes, flattered that their support was being recognized by the embassy, turned up in black tie, only to be told that the tickets they were proudly clutching were fake and that they would not be allowed in. The performance was delayed for hours by the angry mob outside, many of whom had traveled for hours and now felt terribly snubbed. The foolish fascists became a laughingstock across Sweden.
Well, damn.
Why do I have the ending of Inglourious Basterds stuck in my head?
So do I.
Okay. Number 6, laxatives.
Let's
I'm sure you could guess what they did with the laxatives.
Episode.
Yeah. Well, they used the laxatives to poison tin supplies that were going to U-boat crews so that everyone would have explosive diarrhea and be completely ineffective in battle. So there you go. And this was the Norwegians doing this.
The brown note.
They would put these drops of this powerful laxative into oil used to pack sardines, which were popular for German U-boats, and I'm sure you can imagine having explosive diarrhea sucks. Usually, being on a submarine, and everybody has the same problem, not good.
Talk about being filled with shit.
Number 5, how about, and this is also very childish, spreading rumors.
Spreading rumors.
So I guess they would spread rumors about German admirals, mistresses, drunken sailors, and a lump of butter.
Wow.
It had to be so bad that a British politician wrote to the government to complain, if this is the sort of thing that is needed to win the war, I'd rather lose it. Wow.
Short-sighted there, guy, but hey.
Yeah, a little bit. Number 4, implying that Hitler had a tiny penis.
Well, I don't see the problem with that.
Well, we still do that. I mean, remember South Park where they did Osama bin Laden and they pantsed him and it took like 15 magnifying glasses to show that little nub?
Yes.
And Carpet Guy said, that's what this is all about. Yeah. Apparently, artists like Marion Whitehorn spent hours painstakingly drawing genitals onto pictures of the Fuhrer. For added effect, his penis was shown always circumcised to add credence to the rumors that Hitler was secretly of Jewish descent. So there you go.
Okay.
All right. Number 3, they also put Hitler's face on toilet paper.
Spaceballs!
Who was doing this? I gotta know. This was, trying to, figure out who did this. Oh, this was the British. The British did this. We're in Italy, and they realized the enemy was experiencing severe wiping material shortage, so they began producing anti-Nazi toilet paper, which would then be dropped into Germany or placed in the bathroom of trains traveling from neutral Switzerland. Some of the rolls were printed with anti-Nazi text and some truly terrible toilet humor. A sample of Comrades, enough with all this, well, you get the idea. Others just had a picture of Hitler's face and the words, this side up.
Okay, I can get behind that.
Number 2, bombarding Hitler with pornography.
Why is that a thing?
I don't know why that's a thing. Apparently, the OSS got the idea that if Hitler was suddenly exposed to a huge quantity of hardcore pornography, he would be driven to a nervous breakdown.
Reason being?
At this point, it's probably worth remembering that there was an actual war raging across the globe while these guys sat flicking through Bavarian Erotic and arguing about which edition of Busty Berlin Babes is more likely to destroy the menace of fascism once and for all. So the idea was that they would get all this porn together and have a bomber drop it on his bunker.
And what, that would stop fascism in its tracks? Is that the thing here.
Well, apparently this never actually happened. They explained this idea to their boss, and it didn't go over too well.
Ya think?
They weren't willing to risk the life of a pilot on dropping porn on the Reichstag, so...
Fuck, man.
That one's really stupid. All right, and finally, number one, parody newspapers. They would put out these fake newspapers, you know, that would mock the Germans. And you notice most of these are mocking.
You know, that actually reminds me of an old cartoon short I watched as a kid.
Yeah.
It was, I think it was, was it Bugs Bunny or was it Daffy Duck? I think it was Daffy Duck.
It might have been both of them.
Might have been both of them.
I think I know what you're talking about.
I remember one of them was shot into Hitler, into his face or something, and then and it was like supposed to be embarrassing and some shit like that, and they mocked him, and that's all I remember. I remember vague glimpses of it, and
well, you know, I mean, the worst thing you could do to an enemy is destroy their morale. It makes them less effective in combat.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true.
And you got to remember also that most of the soldiers in World War II were kids. I mean, they were 17, 18. Some of them were way younger. They lied about their age to get in. There were 14-year-olds out there shooting people. I mean, so if there was a little bit of childishness going on, it's kind of understandable, actually.
Kids
The British plot to bomb Hitler's bunker with porn kind of makes me think that there were a couple of young British soldiers who wanted an excuse to sit there going through a bunch of porn.
That's what I'm thinking too, but
yeah. Out of 10, I'm gonna give this a 9.
I'm gonna say 8. Actually.
8. Okay. Let's see. All right, let's give Alex Shannon a bit of a break here, huh? Enough of him. How about I got a lot of Alex Shannon here. How about something from The Return of Kali Yuga?
Okay.
Give me a second here, actually. I think I may not have anything here from Return.
Oh.
I think his name might have been just stuck in there from a previous list that I deleted. Oh yeah, I don't actually have a list here. I gotta remove all this stuff. Okay. Never mind that. Okay, well here's something from Pufnisse. It's from Pleated Jeans.
And upside down bagels.
It's from Pleated Jeans.
Oh, okay.
It's a picture thing. It's called Thanks But No Thanks. So these are pictures, usually advertisements of some sort that just don't sound that great.
Okay.
So the first one's a McDonald's sign. And it looks like somebody fucked with the sign. It says 6 chicken salads with man dressing.
Yeah.
Now I gotta wonder. Are they saying that they have 6 varieties of chicken salads with man dressing? Or are they saying that out of all the chicken salads in that McDonald's, 6 of them have man dressing and yachts? I prefer to think that. It's kind of like that, the Krusty Burger thing. Just for that, I'm going to spit in every 50th burger. And Homer's like, I like those odds.
Man.
Okay, this next one, I'm going to have you describe this picture and read what it says, because I think that you're going to laugh your ass off. Here you go.
Okay, so I'm looking at a picture. What the fuck, man?
Read what it says on top.
Alright, so this kid is... It's a portrait picture, basically. That
He's got this knitted thing on covering his nose.
Yeah, on his nose.
I don't even know what you would call that.
And it goes, my 94-year-old great grandma made this for me because she says it's too cold. It's 80 degrees outside. For your nose.
I think she might have been a little senile.
It's just a little. It's 80 degrees outside.
Wow.
Wow.
Here's a box, And on the side of the box, it just says ass cancer. No thanks.
No thanks.
It's
No.
probably short for something, but yeah. All right. This is just a chair. It says have a seat. This is a chair that I don't think anybody... I'm going to send it to you. I don't think anybody would ever want to sit in. Would you sit in this chair under any circumstance?
Fuck that noise.
It looks like it's shaped like a guy in a dress wearing a flower costume, and he's got this creepy smile. It's like you're sitting in Uncle Pedo Bear's lap there.
It almost looks like a cross between Lolface and Pedo. Yeah.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Here's a church sign from Grace United Church of Christ. Open your mouth and I will fill it. Paul Myers, pastor. That's sexual.
Yeah.
All right. This is just an unfortunate sale sign. This store is called Babies and Children.
Oh, boy.
Sign says buy two get three free. That's great.
I didn't know. Are they covered under warranty though? That's the question.
Well, no. You break it, you bought it. This is a listing for a house. I don't know what, like it's on a real estate site.
Mm-hmm.
And in the description, I'm just going to read this description. Built in 1901, this Victorian home in the Hollywood section of Dunmore features 1,850 square feet of living space with an additional 1,350 square feet of partially finished space. Original hardwood floors throughout entire home. 4 bedrooms, 2.5 bathrooms, off-street parking, freshly painted, new molding throughout the entire first floor. Sounds nice so far, right?
Okay.
Slightly haunted. Nothing serious, though. Examples. The sounds of phantom footsteps, a strange knocking sound followed by a very quiet, though hardly noticeable, scream at 3:13 a.m., maybe once a week, twice a week tops, and the occasional ghastly visage lurking behind you in the bathroom mirror. Even still, this occurs very rarely and only in the second-floor bathroom.
Holy shit!
Yeah, thanks, but no thanks.
Did we need to get Carissa involved?
I gotta give them credit for full disclosure on that one, huh?
Yeah, they need a priestess in there, though, you know? Shit!
Okay, this is funny. This is really good. This is from a menu, right?
Yeah.
For Eggs Benedict, 2 poached eggs with gypsy ham on a herb muffin topped with hollandaise sauce. Now, then there's that little icon for the, like the kosher, where it's the V.
Mm-hmm.
And then it says, omit ham, because obviously kosher, you don't have ham, right?
Of course.
But because the icon is the V, it looks like it says vomit ham.
Oh, God.
I really like Eggs Benedict, but I don't think I would eat it with vomit ham.
No.
Actually, let me ask you, what the fuck is gypsy ham?
I don't know.
I always had it with Canadian bacon. What the fuck is gypsy ham? That's Black Forest ham.
I can't eat ham. So.
Black Forest ham is gypsy ham. So that's completely incorrect. You're not supposed to put Black Forest ham on an Eggs Benedict. It's supposed to be Canadian bacon. That's the proper way to do it. Okay. So here's apparently this McDonald's here sells ice. Ice, 10-pound bag for $1. Sounds like a good deal, right?
Yeah.
Except they got the McDonald's logo right there, so it looks like it says you're getting a 10-pound bag of mice. Though, maybe if you have like a snake farm or something, 10-pound bag of mice for $1, that's still a good deal. Maybe I'm going to say no thanks to any food there, though.
No.
Okay, here's a sign, a poorly written sign on cardboard that was put up. It says, Brad's Exotic All-Male Nude Volleyball Camp, July 8th to 13th. Plus sizes welcome. See inside for details.
I bet.
Well, I guess if you're a gay man that's into bears, not my thing, though, and not your thing either.
Not my thing. No.
Yeah.
Hey. Wow.
Oh, this is... I'm going to send this one to you. You describe this one. This is stupid. clearly something had been demolished here, but there you go. You got it?
Yes, I do.
You got the, it's like in a field, there's a sign, it's got the Shell logo, kids play free, and what behind it looks like a completely demolished, I don't know what, it looks like a building got hit by like a fucking airstrike.
Or like a landfill.
Yeah. Yay. Fun.
It's play free.
Alright, here's a picture from Facebook. Happy Easter, kids. Come and help us raise money for Ava's college fund by having your picture taken with the Easter Bunny in our backyard photo booth. It'll be fun, I promise. And I had to show you this picture. This is the most evil-looking Easter Bunny that I've ever seen in my life. That's not the Easter Bunny. That's Donnie Darko.
Ah!
I know, right? Holy shit, man.
That's like... No.
That's a big fat sack, and now as you would say.
That's a big fat sack and fuck no.
Okay. This is from A Jug of Juice. Tastes like grandma. Homemade jam, black raspberry. Oh, it's jam. Black raspberry, the family fruit. Tastes like grandma.
Tastes like grandma.
I think they mean that tastes like grandma's jam, not tastes like grandma, because that's just disturbing.
Yeah. I can't even go there. Just
like tobacco juice.
God.
Okay. This looks like somebody hacked one of those signs at ShopRite. Do you have ShopRite around where you are?
No.
Okay, well, ShopRite's a big... It's like a Walmart, you know? But it's just food, you know, or like Price Chopper, you know. Do you have that one?
Price Chopper, yes.
Okay, similar. And they have these signs... Actually, I don't think it's hacked. I think that you're just not seeing the full message. It's one of those scrolling signs, and it says, introducing free diabetes.
Okay.
It probably meant introducing free diabetes screening or something like that, but, you know, it's scrolling, but they took the picture at the exact moment for a limited time, only at ShopRite. Free diabetes.
Free diabetes, huh? All right.
Okay, this one's caption says, stupid budget cuts. There's a picture of a toilet paper holder completely empty, and unfortunately somebody etched onto it. It says, please use toilet brush.
Please use toilet brush.
Now, I mean, I get what they have here is they probably just had the sign there saying, please use toilet brush. In other words, if you bottom out, fucking clean up after yourself, asshole. But the fact that it's put above the toilet paper roll and that it's empty makes you think that they're encouraging you to wipe with the toilet brush.
Yeah.
Stupid budget cuts. Okay, here is a picture from, I guess, Tinder, and there's this guy dressed like... honestly, I can't even describe this without having like a little aneurysm. He's dressed like a taco, holding up a baby rattle, but he's got a mask on his... He's got a duck mask with a sombrero and a taco costume, and he's holding a baby rattle. He's taking a picture of himself, a selfie in the bathroom. It says, Nathan, 21. About Nathan. Married, couple of kids, looking for some side action. Just kidding. Single, 3 Tamagotchis, looking for someone to bring to family events so they'll stop thinking something's wrong with me. I wonder why they would think that. Let me show you. Know, you're not... I gotta show you the picture. You gotta see the picture this guy took. This is what he put on Tinder.
See. Holy shit.
I know, right? He's a duck taco. Of course he has an iPhone. Alright. Okay, so this is a picture from a butcher display. It says, these butchers have totally lost it. The description is, butcher shop, handcrafted sausage pork gummy bear. And judging from what I'm looking at, that's exactly what it is.
Pork gummy bear.
It's sausage meat, you know, for making sausages. You know, ground pork with spices and gummy bears. Handcrafted. You can see the gummy bears poking out of it.
Okay.
Who the hell would buy that for $4.99 a pound, or for any price? I wouldn't take that for free. Sounds like somebody was making sausage meat, They dropped a fucking bag of gummy bears in this, and they're like, we'll try to sell it.
Yeah, we'll try it.
This is a sign, I'm not even sure what they're trying to say here, but what it says is, buy your bus ticket now, go to Huntsville for 500th execution.
500th execution?
Okay, then.
Okay.
All right, this is a sign that somebody clearly messed with. It's a school sign from Lindeman Elementary, Allen Park Public Schools. Breakfast with Satan, Saturday, December 14th. I think they meant Santa. All right. Here's an epic autocorrect fail from a text message that says, we'll see how I feel later on. Okay. If you want, you can come and sit on the floor and keep me company. I won't make you work, and I will supply the Diet Coke, and I'll give you HIV, too. And then, ha ha, I meant hug. And the other person laughs. I'm giving no one HIV. Good to know. That's the last one. Out of 20, I don't want any of this.
Yeah, no.
I'm gonna take off a point for the Breakfast with Satan, because that was clearly somebody fucked with the sign, but, 19 out of 20.
I'm gonna say 18 out of 20.
You know what? I'm gonna change it to 18 as well, actually, because I just remembered the man dressing thing. That was another one that was clearly fucked.
Yeah.
I wonder what that was meant to be. Good lord.
Gotta have your man dressing.
You know, I like chicken salad, but when they start adding man dressing to it, I'm out. I'm out. Here's another one from pleatedjeans.com, submitted by Poofnisse. 21 funny signs spotted in the wild. I think I may have seen this one, because I really do like that site. But let's see. 21 funny signs spotted in the wild. This first one's from Econolodge. It says, we're not the Ritz, we're just a little better. Ah. That is a Jesse-level pun.
Yeah.
This is, the Fallen Rock Zone. You know, it says Falling Rock. Somebody wrote Falling in Love Rocks. Like, they wrote in love, comma. So Falling in Love, comma, rocks.
Really?
Wow, that's retarded. All right, let's see. This this is so fucking stupid. So somebody made this little tiny house made out of cardboard, and then made a cardboard sign next to it, advertising an open house. It says, "You too could be the proud owner of a cardboard box home. Call 1-800-OUTSIDE Homeless Realtor. Open house. Come in."
What?
What an asshole.
What an asshole.
Okay. This is a sign that was up at a pub. It shows an empty pitcher of beer, and it says, "What's wrong with this pitcher?" Are these all going to be puns?
Probably.
Here's another bad one. Okay. Caution. Tap ears can spray backwards 7 to 10 feet. Please stay alert. Urine danger.
Excuse me. Oh,
That's stupid.
that was pretty, yeah.
Here's something, speed limit 25. Somebody whited out the S and the D, so it says P limit 25.
P limit 25?
You can't pee more than 25 there in that area, I guess. It's dumb.
I didn't know there was a P limit. I'll need to abide by that. from now.
Yeah, I know, right? This one's kind of funny. It's a no smoking sign. It says, "Be advised, no smoking. If we see smoke around you, we'll assume you're on fire and drench you with water."
Really?
That's
Really?
kind of funny, I guess.
That was okay.
This has got to be like a translation fail. There's a sign on top of a strip mall that says "Dog and Cat Repair."
Dog and cat repair.
Is that like a veterinary office in like Africa or something, or China or someplace, and they translate it all fucked up? This is where you repair your dogs and your cats.
We were repairing.
Oh, Silas heard about it.
Silas heard about it. Yeah.
Dog and cat repair. He wanted to give his 2 cents in there.
He's been quiet this whole time too, and all of a sudden, as soon as you said that, you know.
This is a sign put up in a hotel, Palace Hotel. "Sorry, We are unable to let you in due to the CBD 1:30 a.m. lockout laws. We apologize that the rights the Beastie Boys fought so hard have been taken away from you.
Beastie Boys.
Stupid. All right.
That was stupid.
That was really dumb. Okay, so here's a sign at, I guess, like a video store, because those exist still, apparently.
They do?
This looks like it's in another country, based on the designs of the DVD cases. And it's a display of all Matt Damon movies, and at the top it says, Matt Damon. And at the bottom it says, nice.
Okay.
That's a big fat second nose, you would say?
Yeah.
Yeah. Here's a plaque on a brick wall. It says, on this site in 1897, nothing happened.
Okay. That's both awesome and not, and a completely stupid thing.
Yeah, that is great, and it's also dumb as hell.
Yeah. Because I don't even know what to say.
Here's another mistranslation. This is clearly in some Asian country. It's for a clothing shop called Boing Boing. They meant to write at your service since 1996, but they wrote at your cervix since 1996.
Oh, really? Wow.
And this is a clothing store, not a gynecological office here, so. County, here's another public sign. County of Fresno Health Department requires no live animals or smoking within 20 feet of where food is being held for sale. No smoking, no dogs, and absolutely no smoking dogs.
Well, if I see a dog...
There's a drawn picture of a dog smoking a cigar and a word bubble saying bad dog.
Yeah. I mean, if I ever catch Silas smoking out there, that's
cigar,
it. Yes. No, but you heard me, Silas. No tobacco products. Okay.
Yeah.
That's right.
It's a sign somebody put on a telephone pole. Historical marker. On this exact spot in the afternoon of April 27th, 1968, a marital argument was won by the husband.
Really? That happened? Oh!
Apparently that did happen. That is a historical thing. Yeah. That never happens. Of course, the thing is, then he didn't get any sex for the next 3 years, so...
Oh, yeah.
There's a chalkboard sign outside a pub. It says, open every damn day.
Open?
I love the penmanship. Looks like 3rd grade there. Okay.
Hey.
There's a sign up in a store, surveillance camera in use. Shoplifters will be destroyed with the weapon of their choice.
Really?
Yeah.
So we destroy shoplifters now.
Here's a... Well, I would put, shoplifters will be on YouTube.
Yeah. Yeah.
Tsunami evacuation plan. There's a sign on a beach. Tsunami evacuation plan. 1, grab beer. 2, run like hell.
Why is 1 grab beer?
Well, if you leave your beer behind, then what do you really have to live for, I guess? I don't want to say this next one. This is so punny. There's a street called Habiture Way.
Oh, God.
Yeah. I wonder what town that is so I can never visit there.
It's probably a town called Never Visit.
Yeah. Okay, here's a sign. It just says, please run down the hill screaming by order of me. I like that. You know how they have the blue signs painted on the handicap spots with the wheelchair icon?
Mm-hmm.
This shows like a flaming wheelchair wheelie going at super fast speeds. It looks like, and a big smile on the little wheelchair guy's face.
Oh, jeez.
I guess he's just blazing along. There's a sign somebody put up says, please do not spit in the sink. Somebody wrote on the sign, what are you going to do about it? You're a sign.
Okay, I like that one.
Yeah.
Well, it's crazy.
Out of 21, I found this to be disappointing. These were mostly stupid. I'm going to give it, out of 21, I'm going to say a 9.
I'm going to go a little lower. I'm actually going to say a 7.
There you go. That was dumb.
Just a 2-minute warning here. I only have a little bit longer before I have to go and do a few things.
Okay, so let's do one more really good one here.
Okay.
Let's see. Good Lord. So these are all either like too short or too long.
That's
Trying to find something in the middle. Like, can't even give me like a nice top 20 list. All right, let's see. Like, who sends these top 5 British ventriloquists? That'll have to wait. It's so very specific.
Wow.
Here, let me do one that was sent to me more recently.
Okay.
Let's skip ahead a little bit. Good Lord. No.
No.
Uh-oh.
No.
I'm trying to find a good one to end it with, you know? Oh, here's one. How about, this is from BusinessInsider.com. This is discontinued snacks that people miss.
Okay.
So these are things that you could once buy to snack on. You can no longer buy them. Maybe we'll discuss have you had this and that kind of thing, okay?
Okay.
Okay. Jell-O Pudding Pops were a popsicle advertised by Bill Cosby. They disappeared in the early 90s. I've never had the Jell-O Pudding Pops.
I've seen them and never had them.
Yeah. Apparently there were popsicles made by Jell-O. They were pudding pops. They came in chocolate vanilla and chocolate and vanilla swirl. I don't know. I'm not really into that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Doesn't sound very good to me. Black Pepper Jack Doritos were released about a decade ago. They were discontinued in 2008. I've seen this, but gross.
I've swore off Doritos. Oh, by the way, I should tell you, I swore off Doritos. So
Good.
yeah.
Good. Was there any particular reason?
Honestly, it's because I'm trying to eat a little better. So
Yeah.
You
Well,
know.
I just stopped because I think they're nasty.
No,
I tried to like them. I really did.
Well, then they're expensive, so I was like,
Are they really expensive now? Okay. Planters cheese balls were discontinued in 2006. Several online petitions plead for their return. You know, I swear I saw these in Walmart. Not too. Or maybe it was an off-brand.
Probably an off-brand.
Yeah.
Probably. You know, I'm thinking to myself, I've seen them too. I think I have.
I'm not a huge fan of like cheese doodles, and you know what I like? I like the thin ones, the crunchy ones.
The crunchy ones, yeah.
Those, I think, the dipsy doodles. That's what they're called. The big puffy ones don't interest me.
Yeah, same here.
My mom really likes those. Wonder Ball was a spherical chocolate ball with a toy inside. Nestle stopped manufacturing them in 1997 after some children choked on the toys. So I guess that's like the Kinder Surprise.
Oh well.
Except I've actually heard of the Kinder Surprise. They show it's got like Mickey Mouse on it. I never heard of this.
Okay. I never heard of it. Okay.
French Toast Crunch was a cereal by General Mills. It was discontinued in 2006. I've never had this, but I would try it. It's like little tiny pieces of French toast.
I did have that actually.
Was it good?
I remember that I thought it was good.
Okay. From the picture, it looks epic.
It looked good. It tasted good. I remember, but then that was when I was younger, though.
Well, you know. Keebler Magic Middles were beloved in the 80s. They were a vanilla shortbread with a chocolate middle. Yeah, that sounds good. Shortbread cookies are dry, and you put that creamy chocolate stuff on the inside. Probably made it a whole lot better.
I've never really been into shortbread cookies anyway, so...
Well, if there's a big dollop of fudge in the middle.
That's true.
Crispy M&Ms were discontinued in the United States in 2005. They're still available in some European countries. Do you remember the crispy M&Ms?
I do.
They had like the rice in the inside.
Yep.
I've tried that. That's like one of my favorite candies is M&Ms.
They were like those crispy crunch things.
Yeah, they were like with the rice, the crispy rice.
Yeah.
I like them. I didn't know that they don't make them anymore.
How come I wonder why they discontinued them?
Who knows?
Okay.
Surge was released by Coca-Cola to compete with Mountain Dew in 1996. The beverage was discontinued in 2003. Actually, in the news recently, it is back.
It came back, yeah.
You can get it only on Amazon. And when I saw that, I said, gross. But then I sent the article to Andrew because he loved that shit.
I gotta say, and I gotta say this, since we're talking about it, I'm so glad Surge is back, and
I'm on Amazon ordering it right now.
You will be ordering it from Amazon.
You know, I had it. I liked this when I was, kid in like 1990 somewhat. But to be honest, I could not drink that today.
I'm gonna give it a shot. I don't drink soda, but I'm gonna give it a shot because it's nostalgia for me. So.
Oreos was a cookie-themed cereal launched by Post in 1997. It was discontinued 10 years later. You know, I tried this back in the day. Disappointing.
I never tried it.
Doesn't taste anything like Oreos.
Mm.
Tic Tac recently confirmed on its website that it discontinued its cinnamon and spearmint flavors. You can still find the flavors online, at least for now. Wait a minute. So, who cares about the cinnamon? But they've discontinued the spearmint?
I thought spearmint was its biggest thingy.
Do they? Let me guess. They still sell the orange ones that no one likes?
I hate the orange ones.
Ugh. Yeah, like... So wait a minute. Like, what flavor is there then? There's no cinnamon. There's no spearmint.
Well, I hate the cinnamon, so that's fine with me.
Well, I mean, I'd rather have the cinnamon than the orange. Oh, I guess just the regular mint ones, the white ones.
Yeah, but whenever I think Tic Tac, I always think spearmint.
The green. The spearmint, yeah. Right? Those are the good ones.
Right.
Well, apparently I'm on the Tic Tac website now. They brought the cinnamon back. They have cinnamon spice, strawberry fields, and some other new ones here. Peppermint is another new one. All right, so they keep changing it. The Snapple Element drinks were popular in the early 2000s, but were discontinued. Since then, several online petitions have begged for their return. I don't remember this. Snapple Element?
I remember Snapple Element. No.
It looks like it's trying to be the Sobe drinks. They got names like Velocity, Volcano, Diet Air, Spark, Voltage.
Yeah. Yeah.
Fuck Snapple.
I never liked Snapple.
Cherry Vanilla Coke and a diet version was launched in 2006. Coke discontinued the sodas a year later. For those of you who can't get enough of Cherry Coke and Vanilla Coke, they give you Black Cherry Vanilla.
Never had it.
Those are two flavors I would not think would go together too well.
I'm not into Coke anymore, soda, so...
Well, neither am I, but just saying, cherry and vanilla, yeah.
Yeah.
Fiery Habanero Doritos were discontinued in 2009. Since then, Doritos has introduced a Flamas flavor that is spicy. Maybe the spiciness of the habanero would make you forget that you're eating Doritos.
Wow.
Altoids Tangerine Sours were a citrus alternative to the minty favorite. They were discontinued in 2010. I remember. I tried them. They were not that good.
Yeah, I did too.
They had tangerine. They also had mango.
Yeah.
Gross. Each flavor of High C fruit snacks looked like the fruit it represented. The Brock's snacks have been discontinued.
Yeah, I remember those.
Yeah, I remember those as well. 3D Doritos were launched in the early 2000s. They were discontinued a few years later. I know Andrew would kill to get some 3D Doritos.
Yeah.
He's like you and me. He doesn't like Doritos. But he would eat the 3D Doritos because that's like a big nostalgia thing for him.
Oh, that's like Surge for me, so yeah.
Yes, yeah. Butterfinger BBs were mini peanut butter and chocolate candy bars. They were discontinued in 2006.
I remember those.
And they have the ad up for The Simpsons, you know.
I remember those.
You know The Simpsons has lost Butterfinger as a sponsor?
Yeah.
You know why?
No, I never knew why.
They did a joke on The Simpsons making fun of the Butterfingers.
Oh, and how dare they, right?
Well, they've done things like mentioning the Butterfingers. Because, you know, like, in the commercials for Butterfinger, it makes it seem like Bart is obsessed with these candy bars. And in the reality of the show, they've never mentioned it. Except for one time, they did this thing where they found an old commercial that Bart was in as a baby. And he goes, I don't remember ever being in a commercial. And then he pulls out a Butterfinger and takes a bite out of it. But they did a joke where it was kind of a while ago where they did an episode where sugar was banned in Springfield, and they did the thing like where they threw all the candy in a fire, and they threw a bunch of Butterfingers in the fire, and then the fire spit them out, and Chief Wiggum says, "Not even the fire wants them."
Ooh, snap!
Yeah, they were not too happy about that over at whoever the hell makes Butterfinger. Lemon Ice Gatorade hasn't been around for a decade. The beverage has its own Facebook page. You know, that actually explains a lot.
Yeah.
I can't even find the Lemon Powerade anymore.
Oh, I know, right?
I always wind up having to buy some flavor that I don't want because I feel like having a little sports drink. And
I'm always looking for the lemon kind. I never can find it anywhere.
I'm not going to drink that blue shit.
I don't want the blue shit. I want the lemon, damn it.
If I can't get the lemon, I'll drink the orange, or I'll just get an iced tea like I normally do. But all right, Apple Newtons were an offshoot of the popular Fig Newton brand. Other discontinued flavors include grape and cherry. I don't know about grape and cherry, but I remember having the Apple Newtons.
Ecto Cooler, Carissa?
What, in the who?
Carissa just mentioned the Ecto Cooler from this, from Nostalgia.
That hasn't been on the list, but it might be. Hi-C Ecto Cooler.
Hi-C Ecto Cooler, yeah.
I'm pretty sure that shit was radioactive. Next, Carnation breakfast bars were a staple in the 80s. They also have a Facebook page pleading for their return.
No, they need to stay gone.
What?
Yeah, I would not eat that. They were basically chocolate-covered granola bars, but they were like shitty granola bars.
Yeah, they were horrible.
They were not good.
They should stay gone.
Snapple's Mint Iced Tea was taken off the shelves back in 2007. You can still get apple, mango, and raspberry flavors.
Again, don't like...
That is if you're willing to drink Snapple.
Yeah, no thank you.
Cinnacrunch Pebbles were introduced in 1998. The cereal was discontinued in 2001. I've never heard of this, but I'm looking at the box, and apparently it's a variety of, like, Fruity Pebbles.
I never heard of it.
Except it's Cinnamon Toast Crunch Pebbles.
Ew.
It's got Fred Flintstone and Barney Rubble on the box, so...
Yeah.
I don't know, that sounds a little off.
Yeah.
Oh, man, I remember these. Nabisco Swiss cheese crackers were popular in the 80s, but were discontinued in the United States.
I remember those.
Those were good.
I remember those.
Swiss cheese crackers were good, man. I like those. Nabisco doesn't make them anymore, but there are other brands that make the Swiss cheese
I've seen them elsewhere.
Yeah. Regular Coke with lime was discontinued in 2005. A diet variety still exists. I remember the lime Coke and the lime Pepsi.
Oh, I remember that too, yeah.
They had the commercial, you put the lime in the Coke, Waffle Crisp cereal hasn't technically been discontinued, but Post did slow down production, so it's hard to find. Never heard of it. Like little waffles, instead of like the Cinnamon Toast Crunch one, like little waffles.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever.
You know, Carissa?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I don't.
Munch'ems were snack crackers produced by Keebler. Flavors included sour cream, onion, and ranch. I remember these.
I remember those.
They were like half a chip, half a cracker.
Yeah, I remember those.
The sour cream and onion ones, they were not bad.
No, they weren't too bad.
Yeah.
Bugles.
Bugle, Carissa?
Oh, I hate Bugles.
I hate Bugle.
Oh, I just remember when I was a kid, I ate a big bag of Bugles and then puked, and ever since then I can't do it.
I hate Bugles.
Cookies and cream Twix bars were available in the early 90s. They were discontinued along with the chocolate fudge variety.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I remember I got to try those both once. I like the Twix bars. I'm like George from Seinfeld with the Twix bars.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah. I usually go for the peanut butter flavor.
Nah, I go for original. But...
Classic caramel?
Yeah.
They're both good, but the peanut butter, that's my jam.
Now I get to see the episode from Seinfeld again. Thanks.
It's a good thing to do later, right? Heinz released a line of ketchup in colors like purple and green in 2000. Heinz discontinued the ketchup in 2006 after years of poor sales. Because I guess they were trying to market this at kids, but who the fuck wants purple or green ketchup?
Me.
No.
You?
No, you don't.
I don't.
If you really want some, like, purple goo sitting on your hamburger...
Well, her favorite color is purple, so she probably would want purple.
Yeah, but it's also like a visual taste thing. Like you don't expect it to taste right if it's green, like green ketchup. Really, fried green tomatoes.
Fried green tomatoes.
It did taste right.
Hershey's Bar None candy bars have been sold in the United States since 1993. The bar consisted of a cocoa wafer, chocolate filling, peanuts, and chocolate coating.
I remember those.
I do not remember these. Were they good?
I remember I think I had one once.
Oh, okay.
And I don't think I cared much for it because I barely remember it. So
It looked very good. Uncle Ben's rice bowls were supposed to offer convenience in cooking. They were discontinued in 2008. Even when the picture on the box looks unappetizing, nobody's going to buy it.
Yeah.
Doesn't look very good. Dunkaroos were sold by General Mills in the 90s, but production has been scaled back. Today they're very difficult for the average person to find in stores.
Dunkaroos. I remember those. I remember the commercials, too.
Never had it, but I definitely remember the commercial.
Yeah.
The commercial was iconic.
Just eat it uncovered.
Flavor blasted jalapeno cheese goldfish were spicy alternative to cheddar. The snacks are no longer available. God, she's saying. Did you hear any of that, Tanya?
I did. I heard most of it, yeah.
Okay. Flavor blasted jalapeno cheese goldfish.
Yeah.
Honestly, I would try it.
I wouldn't. Yeah.
Well, you know, my mom gets goldfish crackers, right? And, you know, the cheddar. And what she does is, sometimes, when she makes a baked macaroni and cheese, she'll make a crust of the goldfish crackers on the top. And it's not bad. But I'm imagining, with a little bit of spiciness, that could be good. Ben & Jerry's Tennessee Mud flavor was supposed to taste like Jack Daniels and coffee. It was discontinued in 1989.
Okay, speaking of Ben & Jerry's, now I've been meaning to talk about this.
Oh, boy.
No, not that, Carissa. Me and Carissa have our favorite ice cream that they discontinued from Ben & Jerry's.
Oh, my. What is it?
It was black raspberry, brownie batter inside it with sweet cream.
That sounds really nasty.
It was heavenly.
Black raspberry with chocolate and cream?
Yeah, it was heavenly.
I like those things individually.
Oh, it was...
Together, I'm not so sure.
Oh, it was so good. It was so good.
You know, I would try this whiskey coffee ice cream if it still existed.
I wouldn't.
My favorite flavor of ice cream, I don't know if you know this, is coffee ice cream. Add a little Jack Daniels in there, and there you go. I would try it.
Nah. Give me back... This is to Ben & Jerry's. Give me back my black raspberry.
Well, you know their flavors come and go with Ben & Jerry's.
Damn it, I missed that now.
Pop Tarts Crunch was a cereal based on the famous pastries that was discontinued in the 90s. Flavors included cinnamon and strawberry.
Cinnamon and strawberry, huh?
Cinnamon. You said cinnamon.
I didn't say cinnamon. I said cinnamon.
Now you're going to hear that on List Critics.
Oh, God.
Where you just said, I didn't say cinnamon. I said, you know what? I got to talk about this now. I wasn't going to bring this up, but now I got to... There are 3 words that Tanya cannot say. She has a mild aphasia. She cannot say cinnamon. She says cinnamon. She cannot say flamingo. She says maflingo. But the other day... What was the 3rd word, Tanya?
Statistic.
Statistics. She can't say statistics.
I can't say
says that. Whatever the hell that is.
Yeah.
And so she has a mild aphasia. Those 3 words she can't say, but I got her unknowingly to actually say flamingo not too long ago. Because she said maflingo, and I was making fun of her for saying maflingo. And I said, maflingo, eh? And she said, I'm not trying to say maflingo, I'm trying to say flamingo. And I was like, oh my God, Tanya, you just said it.
No, I'm trying to say maflingo. That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, but you just said maflingo.
Oh, God.
Ever since then, we have not gotten her to say it again. I actually played it back to her. And she was like, oh, that sounds ridiculous, but... For anybody who doesn't know what aphasia is, it's where it sounds right in your head, but when you say it, it comes out wrong.
Yeah.
Very mild, it's only 3 words. Well, 3 words that you know of.
That I know of, yeah.
All right. Cinnamon, maflingo, and statistics.
Statistic.
Okay, Reese's Bites were peanut butter and chocolate bites that were discontinued with the entire Hershey Bites line in 2008. Other flavors included original and cookies and cream.
Yeah, I remember those.
I never tried them. Saw them in the store, didn't buy them. Now they're gone.
Same here.
Yeah.
Same here.
Wonka's Oompas were a chocolate and peanut butter flavored candy produced in the 70s and 80s. Now the name is used for a fruit candy.
Never had them.
I wasn't aware. You know, the Wonka candies, they're out there, but other than the Nerds, I haven't had many of them.
I think the only one I've actually had is Nerds.
Yeah, well, that was popular.
Yeah.
All right, well, out of whatever, because these are not numbered, and I don't know how many there are, we'll say arbitrarily out of 15. What are you going to give it, Tanya?
I'm going to say 13.
I'll say 12. I'm going to
Okay.
go a little lower there. Too much Doritos. There were like 3 different Doritos on there. Well, there were the Black Pepper Jack, the 3 Doritos, and the habanero Doritos. That's too many fucking Doritos.
Actually, you know what? I'm going to change my vote. It goes down to 12, actually. Yeah.
So there you go.
Yeah.
Doritos.
Doritos. Thankfully, there's no cinnamon Doritos.
Oh, my God. Cinnamon Doritos, huh? Well, you know, when she first started this, I could have sworn she was messing with me. Carissa had to inform me.
Yeah.
This is, in fact, the real thing.
Yeah, no, ever since I was a kid.
You know, if Carissa didn't tell me that, I would have still think that you're messing with me.
No, you know what it is it's just like, I'll be in the middle of a meeting, and one of those words will have, like, usually statistics during a meeting.
Yeah.
And I'll have to use that word.
Statistics is kind of a more hard word to say.
Yeah.
Flamingo's not.
Maflingo?
So, yeah, Maflingo. I mean, why can't, you know, I would assume that for meanings you would just say stats, right?
Yeah, I usually just say stats. Yeah. But once in a while...
I mean, when are you going to talk about flamingos, really?
I know, it's like I go around saying, hey, look at that pink Maflingo over there, you know?
Oh, my God. You know, for one of our future games, we got to have, like, enemies called Maflingos.
And now that it's in my head, I can guarantee it's going to happen at one point.
Yeah, it just like as a goofy sort of like one-off anime, Maflingo.
Maflingo.
It's like a Breath of Fire, too. They had the Eater Mans.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Man-Eater, they reversed it to Eater Man.
Eater Man.
What the fuck is an Eater Man?
I don't know, but it was a thing. With a face.
It was a thing with a face, huh?
It absolutely was, yes. And it went flee-flu.
And the Nessa the Kapapo?
No, it did not do Nessa Capapo.
Oh.
It had an upside-down bagel with tomato sauce on it.
Tomato sauce on a bagel?
Yeah.
You know, unless you're making a pizza bagel, that is not allowed.
Yeah, that's not allowed. If you're making a pizza bagel, it's not allowed. That's how evil they are.
Yeah.
You know?
And the only good pizza bagels are the kind you make yourself, not that shit.
Oh, absolutely. If you try to buy a pizza bagel, yeah.
First of all, that cheese on there, I don't even know what that is.
What is that? I want to know.
It's not mozzarella, and it's not pizza cheese. It's some sort of, like, flavorless cheddar alternative.
Yeah, it's mutant cheese. It's not even anything, you know?
I'm sure it's on the 99 cheese pizza from Turtles, you know, the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, but by itself, not that great. Shall I list the ingredients? Pelago. I don't even know what that is.
I don't even know what that is.
I know. You know, I actually Googled Pelago cheese, and as far as I can tell, there's no such thing.
Oh, wow.
He might have said it wrong. I don't know.
I don't know what that is.
Mozzarella, of course.
Of course.
All right, so that'll be the list, critics. Hope y'all enjoyed it. And if you didn't, fuck you anyway.
Everybody have a wonderful
time.
Have a wonderful day and a week and a year and a happy
And
week.
watch out for those damn Maflingos.
Because they're pink. And they have lots and lots of statistics.
Oh my god. Cinnamon.
With cinnamon sticks.
You know, cinnamon and statistics are not the easiest words to say.
No, I know.
But flamingo is, like, really easy to say.
Maflingo.
No, not Maflingo, Tom. The other day, I'm not trying to say Maflingo, I'm trying to say Maflingo.
Because I'm not trying to say Maflingo, I'm trying to say Maflingo.
You said the same thing twice. You don't even realize that. That's the funny part about it.
God.
Alright, that's it. We're done. Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.